History happens. Philosophers name it, artists reflect it, and people feel it. I'm a 21st century classical musician. I found the violin at 1.5 years, and I literally can't remember a time when it wasn't the most important thing in my life. And now, as I head towards college and hopefully a career, I find myself wondering, what will be my role as a classical musician in today's hyper-connected, ultra-global society? Throughout history, composers have sought to express the essential philosophical questions of the time they live in, challenging the performer to reflect these questions to the audience, offering an emotional way to experience and understand the human condition. This is what I love about being a musician. I get to create something that touches me as well as everyone else. So, what are the questions that classical music has offered us throughout time? Well, in the Baroque period, we asked the question, what is the sacred? What is God? One of the composers who best explores this question is Bach, which I just played for you. For me, playing Bach is very comforting and healing. Whenever I'm going through a hard time in my life, I play Bach as a way to ground myself and really express what I'm feeling. When a favorite school teacher of mine was diagnosed with breast cancer, I played for her many times throughout her dying process. I would always choose to play Bach for her, and it was an amazing experience to share this sacred music with someone in that stage of their life. We asked a different question in the classical era. We were really focused on intellectual clarity, and we asked, what is purity? What is perfection? This was most famously demonstrated by Mozart. For example, listen to the simplicity and purity in this excerpt from the Mozart Violin Concerto No. 5. Mozart was really able to express purity and perfection in his music. This can provide clarity in an otherwise chaotic world, but it's not my favorite music because everything seems almost too perfect. Music needs to have flaws, just as we do, for that's what makes it perfect. The Romantic movement asked, what is possible? How far can our emotions take us? Exemplified by the deeply moving music of Brahms. In this excerpt from the Brahms Violin Concerto, listen to the intense range of emotion. This music broke free from the restrictions of the classical era and really expressed both the depth and the subtlety of human emotion. Even the excerpt I just played takes us on a whirlwind of emotions and characters. All the technique serves the music, and I find it exhilarating and euphoric to play because it is just a pure expression of emotion. Now, listen to this. This is the sound of the 20th century, chaotic, dissonant, filled with uncertainty and fear, and asking the question, what are we doing? What's the point? Shostakovich portrays this with his dark, ironic music, as you heard in this excerpt from the Shostakovich Violin Concerto No. 1. Interestingly, this is also very comforting to play, but in such a different way from Bach. Being able to express all your frustration and confusion is cathartic, and I really like it. That brings us to today, the 21st century. What is my generation's essential question? I think it is, who are we? Who are we in today's high-tech, hyper-connected world? We need a music that finds our commonalities without sacrificing our individuality. We don't have a musical answer for this yet, and we can only speculate as to where it will take us. So for now, I suppose I'd say that the role of a classical musician in today's society is to keep the music alive, so we will always have a way to experience the profound questions of humanity. Thank you.